2:35 a.m. Dougie is born.
Oh, Mary, it's a boy.
Most babies scream when they're born. When Dougie was born, he scratched his head. "20 years later, nothing much had changed. My mother had walked out on us when Dougie was only 10 years old, leaving Dad and I to do our very best to take care of him. My dad was fast losing his patience. Until one day, Dad finally lost control. You see, Dad gave him a time where a couple of good blows to the chin sorted the problems out. Unfortunately, this only made Dougie scratch his head even more. So then Dad would hit Dougie again and again, hitting Dougie harder than he'd ever done before in his life. Still, Dougie scratched. Eventually, Dad started to hit Dougie so fucking hard his fists would bleed. He'd almost given up, but that's when he came up with Plan B. Plan B was tying Dougie to his chair. It was a bloody awful thing to do, but it seemed to work. You could see Dougie wasn't enjoying the experience. He just wasn't himself. And it took 3 months for Dougie to finally realise that there was a solution to Plan B. And there he was, back in motion, scratching his head, filled with pleasure. Good things never last, my dad used to say. And he was right. But no one could have predicted what Dad was about to do next. Don't get me wrong, Dad wasn't a bad man. He was just someone who badly wanted things to change. Someone who battled with 20 years of frustration, only to lose at the last moment. But things were about to change, and for the worst. When I saw what Dougie had done, I knew what I had to do. It wasn't easy, and I'm not sure entirely successful. But making Dad's death look like he'd drowned himself in the lavatory was the first idea that came into my head. What a way to go. And as for Dougie, well, it's like they say, bad habits are hard to break.